Hi, my name is Crystal. I'm your host, not your mama. This message is brought to you with purpose, on purpose. Today, I'm sitting in the graveyard because I could no longer ignore the calling that I have from the Arch Angel AZRIAEL to step into mission. Some people find graveyards creepy. The graveyard to me is like my church. The only people that I feel actually know. I'm very highly drawn to the Arch Angel AZRIAEL. Some of you consider him to be called Death. The Archangel named the Helper of God. I was contemplating where I was going to start. These videos, where I was most drawn to. It's either under the bridge or here, or I made a little spot in my house. But I got in my car today and Ozzy Osbourne's Under the Gravestone came on. And then I get here and I'm walking around and I happen across a plaque that I've never seen before in a direction that I've never been. And happened to be a Medal of Honor recipient, Warren C. Dockham, whose death day was the same as my birthday. So I figure, what better place to start? I feel like to thy own self be true is really service to God. AZRIAEL has to transmute the souls of every person that's died along with every person that's attached to the person that's died. Every regret that they have, every wish they want to, every wish they could have. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. The three sisters of fate, the fate of Murari. They say nobody's above the three sisters of fate. We have the hangman that fell out. So maybe a different perspective, different viewpoint. AZRIAEL, please let me guide these messages for the viewers to the best possible upliftment of themselves. What does the collective need to hear today? Well, that's a lot. The Nine of Swords. Being tormented by our self-doubts. I call those the Furies. The Furies are all of our, we'll never be good enough, so why even try? The no one cares, so why try? I call it our dark links. Our dark link has had a record of us since before we even knew it existed. All of our triggers, all of our not good enoughs, all of our internal conflict we have within ourselves to even step forward into our own righteous path seems to be what's blocking perspective. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles at the bottom means that there's a lot to work with. There's a building of a strong foundation towards something that could be of legend to you, of what you leave behind, working on something solid. And above we have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords in reverse. Abscess, wounds are like an abscess. With an abscess, you have to lance it to let all the poison out. Sometimes that's what going through the dark soul of the night is. Dark soul of the night is letting out all the poisons inside of ourselves from the Nine of Swords, from the Furies, all of our self-talk. That's what's hanging above us. Next, we have the Magician. The Magician in reverse is manifesting negative, manifesting with our negative thoughts, manifesting with our negative minds. We have all the tools necessary in either way. The Magician has the tools necessary to manifest positively, just as well as they have the tools to manifest negatively. All of the self-talk, all of the negative self-talk, the not good enoughs, manifest in our life around us. And that's what's crossing over our different point of view. The Hangman is like looking at things differently, seeing them from a different perspective. What do we have next, universe? Three of Cups showed its face. I don't really read reversals because I believe there's a message in both the negative and the positive that can be helpful. We have the Four of Cups. If you see that, that's like a sister circle. Circle of gossip, people filling our ears full of doubt, listening to other people and their opinions. There's 4 full cups there. But are they your cups or are they their cups? Whose cups are you focused on? We have Azrael in the house. To thy own self be true is the service of God. Do you know how many names are in this graveyard alone that Azrael has had to transmute the energies of? I think we sit in the womb of our next mother contemplating our next life, all the things we wish we could have done, all the things we wish we could do again, all the things we wish we hadn't have done. The only mistakes we make in life are the ones we don't learn from. If we don't know that it's a mistake, then how is it a mistake? Then it's a mistake. The Fool. The Fool in reverse. I don't really read reversals. To me, the Fool in reverse means that you're scared to take a leap. You don't know that the universe has got you. How many more receipts does the universe need to provide before you take action in the direction that is yours? That's the lesson I'm learning right now. The Two of Cups. That is action towards something that you love. It doesn't have to be a relationship. But usually the relationships are not just love. There's a relationship with yourself. There's a relationship with God. There's a relationship with your coworkers. You have a relationship with your parents. You have a relationship with your teachers. You have a relationship with the people that have done you wrong. We have the Four of Wands. Keep fighting the fight. The battle's not over, but the war's not over, but the battle has been won. Might have the golden fleece, but you have to make it all the way back home with it. It doesn't end there. In the Tower. The Tower to me is letting go of all your ideologies of what should be, the expectations of what love is, what God is, what we are. Ten of Cups. It's permanent contentment in the realm of the heart. That's going through all there is to go through in order to come back home to yourself. To find permanent contentment in the realm of the heart is to thy own self be true. We have Strength. The Queen of Wands. And Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, look at this guy. He knows that the devil is inside that cave and he's ready to conquer it. The devil is all of our materialistic ideals of things, the things that we value over actual true self. The devil is, oh, this person will make me happy. If I get this money, then I will be happy. If I get this job, I will be happy. The Two of Wands, he's ready to go into that cave and fight those battles. To build a standing foundation, a legacy. Something solid. If your foundation is solid, then no tower can crumble it. If you build a tower on faulty foundation, then of course it's going to tumble during a hurricane, a tornado, a storm. Only those with strong foundations weather the storm. That's twice the sun popped out, so the sun. There's no choice but for things to get better if you choose you. It might not always happen. It might not always consistently happen. But the more you consistently choose you, the more consistently it will happen. What else does the collective need to know, universe? Azrael? God? I don't care what you call it. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Shiva, Allah. I love all of them. He that shall not be named. Do you know how many people have died in the name alone of God? 7 of Cups. That is a divine wish. That is talking to the universe. That is a deep understanding and knowing of what you truly want. And being thankful for the gods for having it. We are powerful, creative, conscious beings that are continuously creating unconsciously. It fell out. Ace of Swords. The universe agrees with that message. That is swift action of thought process. There is a new energy of thought being formed. You can get over the furies of all the self-negative talk. That I'm not good enough. It's never going to work anyways. It's just all bullshit. It's all in my head. To see things from a new perspective. To start working on a solid foundation. Releasing the abscessed wounds. Healing. You can't just cover it up and want it to go away. An abscess will never heal that way. That's what trauma is. That's what childhood trauma is. It's like an abscess in our soul. And that's what the Furies constantly remind us of. The moon. The moon to me represents intuition, knowledge of the unseen, the things that you know without knowing, because you just know, you know? The moon is the maiden mother and the crone, the goddess of the night, goddess of emotions. Our emotions are there to trigger us, to help us look within, to see what is actually going on in the situations that we're in. Does this feel good? Does this not feel good? Do I feel safe? What can I do to take appropriate action to make sure I do feel safe, that I do feel good? How can I choose me and my intuition? How do I use my feelings and my intuition together? What sort of battle is the collective facing besides internal, universe? What can they do to help choose them? 5 of Cups. In this story in Greek mythology, she just wanted to see her lover's face. This might mean that we need to have faith, or maybe not having faith is the divine action. If it wasn't for her trying to see his face, she never would have actually married him in the first place. Travel. 10 of Pentacles. So if there's a collective out there that's considering choosing themselves and traveling, I would definitely choose yourself. To thy own self be true. Truly service of God. What is this? Ah, the star. Do you see how when she opened Pandora's box, all the darkness spewed out of it, but her light, she was focused on that light. She's enchanted with that Merkaba of self, our self frequency. You say universe, right? Uni is one. What is a verse? A song? A phrase? Talk? A verse is talk? Self-talk. The star keeps her head up above all the darkness. No matter how much darkness is spewing from that box, her stare is fixated at the light. Naked and alone. What other message can we pull for the collective universe? What other message can we pull for the collective? 10 of Cups at the bottom. 10 of Cups and the Hermit. That is the highest type of love, is the love of God. Universe, Krishna, Allah, Buddha, all of them. Where should we put the main focus at? Where should our main thought pattern and focus be besides positive as much as we can? What do we got? The Eight of Swords. See? The Furies are trying to taunt. They taunt us. But Apollo's there in the background to put a stop to that, to let you know there is light at the end of the tunnel. They can only harm you if you allow them to harm you. You can only harm yourself if you allow yourself to harm yourself. We are always in control of our own actions, no matter what. It's actually the only thing in life we own, is our emotional responses to the situations around us. Nobody can make us do anything. And with the power of Apollo, the sun god, we get a little glimpse that might be true. Hold that light, collective. Don't let the Furies get you. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. That's all a part of our transformation. We have to know, we have to go through it in order to get through it. There is no out, there's only through. The Six of Wands. Stay focused, collective. To thy own self be true is truly serving God and Azrael and yourself. Let's get one more. What do we got? Six of Swords. He might have been stabbed in the back 6 times, 6 different swords, but he used those swords to plug that hole in his boat, to move away from choppy waters, to sail onto smooth with confidence, with inner knowing. I am is the most powerful statement that you can ever say inside yourself and outside of yourself. He used those swords to patch his boat, to sail on from choppy waters. And the Fool, again. Let's see what we got from the Rebel deck here. From the universe. Don't let your issues fuck it up, it says. And go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn self a drink. Self-love it is. Alright, that'll be your message for today, collective. Once again, I am Nacho Mama. This message is brought to you on purpose with purpose. Much love, always, in all ways.